On the morning of November 14, war correspondents reported sensational news that shocked not only the Ukrainian General Staff, but also their so-called NATO military advisors. In particular, a number of reputable Russian war correspondents stated that on November 14, at 6 a.m. Moscow time, two armored groups of the Russian army made a lightning-speed forced march from settlements Sinkovka and Liman Perviy to the northeastern part of Kupyansk. Later, this information was also confirmed by numerous Ukrainian telegram channels. According to them, on the morning of November 14, Russian paratroopers invaded Zayaskyly microdistrict, in the eastern part of Kupyansk, and have already occupied a significant part of this territory. Commenting on the breakthrough of the Russian army in Kupyansk direction of the front, war correspondents noted that the actions of the Russian troops were so rapid and unexpected, that one of the units of the Ukrainian army was trapped near the railway station, between Zayaskyly microdistrict and the settlement of Petropavlovsk, where several units of Russian army are also located. Moreover, the Ukrainian army units in the village of Kucherovka also found themselves trapped between Zayaskyly microdistrict and Petropavlovsk. Now, these units of the Ukrainian army are forced not only to restrain Russian troops' offensive from Petropavlovsk, but also to defend their backs, fearing a blow from Russian paratroopers from Zayaskyly microdistrict. Numerous Ukrainian resources also confirmed this information. According to them, due to the actions of Russian troops, the garrison of the Ukrainian army in this direction of the front was literally cut into two parts. Thus, now the Ukrainian High Military Command faces a dilemma: to continue fighting to the last Ukrainian soldier, trying to regain lost positions, or, before it is too late, withdraw troops to the right bank of the Oskol River, and thereby save the lives of thousands of Ukrainian soldiers and officers. Moreover, the seizure of a part of Zayaskyly microdistrict by Russian paratroopers also allowed the Russian army to take under fire control the entire road leading to the settlement of Kupyansk. In this regard, the Ukrainian army garrison located in this village found itself in a very difficult situation. The fact is that the main task of this Ukrainian garrison in the settlement of Kupyansk was to deter the offensive of Russian troops from the south and southeast directions. And now, after the Russian army captured part of Zayaskyly microdistrict, the Ukrainian army garrison in Kupyansk had to rebuild its positions, as Russian troops came close to its left flank and began firing at Ukrainian soldiers from the north. Meanwhile, the authoritative Russian telegram channel, The Diary of a Paratrooper, told the details of the Russian army's breakthrough in the Kupyansk direction of the front. According to this TG channel, on the morning of November 14, combat crews of TOS-2 heavy flamethrower systems, also known as Tasachka, delivered a powerful blow to the positions of Ukrainian troops, northeast of Kupyansk. As a result, these heavy flamethrower systems created a corridor, through which the Russian army's assault groups broke through to the eastern part of the city of Kupyansk, and entered Zayaskyly microdistrict. Given the fact that the advance of Russian soldiers of the group of troops under the designation Zapad is still continuing from Sinkovka towards Petropavlovsk, as well as the recent liberation of such settlements as Kolesnikovka and Kruglyakhovka, very powerful pincers are forming in the Kupyansk direction that literally grabbed the Ukrainian army by the throat. Realizing the seriousness of the situation, the Ukrainian High Military Command tried to regain lost positions not only to the northeast of Kupyansk, but also to the southeast of this city. In particular, retired Lieutenant Colonel of the People's Militia of the Luhansk People's Republic, Andrei Marachko, said that on the evening of November 14, the Ukrainian High Military Command, with the help of forces of an incomplete company tactical group, conducted counterattacking actions in the direction of the settlement of Kolesnikovka, in order to return this village to the Ukrainian army control. However, this operation began to collapse even at the initial stage, and 2 hours after its start, this Ukrainian army's operation was roundly defeated. Commenting on the Russian army's success in the Kupyansk direction of the front, Western military experts and analysts from numerous American and European think tanks said that the Russian troops were advancing on the city of Kupyansk on a wide front. In particular, Western analytical centers have admitted that over the past 24 hours, the Russian army has significantly advanced towards the settlement of Muskovka, and to the west and east of the settlement of Kruglyukovka. Given the complexity of the terrain and the powerful fortified areas of the Ukrainian army in these directions, this achievement is significant for Russian troops. Moreover, analyzing what is happening on the battlefield, an authoritative military expert Boris Razin said that all statements by the Ukrainian General Staff that the Ukrainian army is allegedly experiencing a shortage of ammunition do not correspond to reality. According to him, such statements are pure propaganda and are intended to justify the Ukrainian army's numerous defeats on the battlefield. Meanwhile, after the Russian army's breakthrough in the Kupyansk direction of the front, Ukrainian counterintelligence detained several Ukrainian army generals. According to insiders in Kiev, these generals are suspected of passing secret data to the Russian military, as a result of which the Russian army managed to identify the most vulnerable places of the Ukrainian troops in the Kupyansk direction of the front. In addition, ardent Ukrainian nationalists also called on the Security Service of Ukraine to detain the entire command of the 11th Motorized Rifle Brigade of the Ukrainian Army, which was unable to stop the enemy and allowed Russian troops to enter the eastern part of Kupyansk. Several Ukrainian generals, who fled to Russia with their families, also added oil to the fire. In particular, the authoritative Ukrainian publication Kondotiero, citing its sources in the Ukrainian General Staff, stated that several Ukrainian generals, who were supporters of the dismissed Commander-in-Chief Valery Zaluzhny, fled to Russia with their families. At the same time, it is reported that these high-ranking Ukrainian officers also took a large number of secret documents with them. As a result, the Ukrainian army suffered significant damage. By the way, many Ukrainian experts attribute the Russian army's success in the Kupyansk direction to the fact that a fairly large amount of secret documentation of the Ukrainian General Staff turned out to be in the hands of the Russian military.